Hi everyone, this is your friend Dr. Obi and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yes, thank you for being here. Today's channel is to address the recent events involving popular Nigerian Fuji musician King Wasiu Ayinde Marshal, aka KWAM, involving value jets, or passenger plane, preventing the plane from flying, narrowly, missing by the whiskers, the wings of the plane, from hitting him and injuring him, very badly. The incident has, of course, attracted very widespread commentary across the country, a barrage of condemnations, and all that. As a matter of fact, in my opinion, the entire behavior by the musician, is not only appalling, but very shameful. Not something to be associated with someone of such high ranking in the Nigerian society. However, moving away from all of the condemnations and criticisms, one thing is clear. KWAM's behavior reflects very clearly, that one thing that has become the hallmark of the Nigerian society, which is the culture of impunity. Its action is demonstrative of how low the Nigerian society, has sunk, particularly when it comes to the behavior of those who occupy, the upper class and the upper middle class of the society, whether those who are in government or those who are in the corporate world, or those who are even in the if you may, entertainment industry, and all that. It simply reflects, a general state of collapse of value system, a culture in which things that matter in society, like decency, like courtesy, like dignity for the human person, has been thrown out the window and replaced with things like the pursuit of material wealth, position and power, at all costs. And this doesn't speak well of Nigeria. Obviously, the KWAM incident has gone even beyond the shores of Nigeria. It's become more of an international incident, particularly because the NCA has imposed a 6 months fly ban on him, which of course extends to international flights. And as you would agree with me, all of the videos of the incident has not only gone viral within the Nigerian space, but even beyond the shores of Nigeria. So at the moment, it has added to if you made the long list of things that doesn't portray Nigeria in a good light out there. But is this the way that things ought to be? And is this the way things will continue to be, concerning Nigeria? I don't think so. I think that Nigeria is a beautiful country, and Nigeria can, as a matter of fact, find its way if it wants to, and that is my goal in today's video. Clearly, KWAM's behavior, has been condemned, across board. And I think, it is high time that, because prior to this time, he's been, dragged, across different social media, platforms, concerning how much, he tends to brag about his closeness to the president and people who are in power. I think it is high time that the president himself, personally, speaks on the matter, and as a matter of fact, demonstrated by his body language, that the relevant agencies are empowered to go ahead, and wield the big stick, concerning KWAM 1. I think that is important, as that will not only send out the right message, for likely future, aberrants like him. It was also, as a matter of fact, demonstrate, the government's commitment as that's, claim, to turning around Nigeria's fortune when it comes to the country's image, both home and abroad. And I think, in addition, it's also instructive that, the government, begins, if you may, some kind of self-reflection concerning this issue. There's been a KWAM 2 in which, a lady, though not high ranking, has also, come out, to behave just like KWAM 1, assaulting, cabin crew, being dragged off a plane, and all that, and in a very disgraceful manner, again, damaging the image of the country. So I think it is time that there is, some kind of self-reflection, and the government taking charge to begin to reshape the narrative concerning the Nigerian state. I think, in my opinion, this, will require getting to, the basics, going to the very foundation, beginning with the young ones who are in primary school, and starting, if you may, a system of regeneration, of reorientation, in which from primary school you begin to train the Nigerian child concerning the importance of civics, decency, good conduct, a good name, good morals, public conduct, and the things, that used to matter, some 30, 40 years ago, which, all appear to have disappeared today. And these new children, can then grow up to become, adults that, will become the new generation to begin to change the image of Nigeria. And in addition, the government must then demonstrate its commitment to the rule of law by ensuring that when this kind of aberrant behavior, come up, they are met with the full wrath of the law. Not only are the perpetrators apprehended as, when due, they are brought before a court of law, prosecuted, and punished, as recommended by the court, so that can deter people like them who may want to act in that manner going forward. I think, with these two things, getting to the grass, the foundation where you have the children, training the children, teaching them, starting that system of orientation with the children, and also applying the rule of law. I think Nigeria would be on the path, on the road to being a country whose image, is being repaired both home and abroad. No one knows if there will be a KWAM 3, but obviously, I think with KWAM 1 and with KWAM 2, it is clear that it is time, for a national reflection. So this is my take on the KWAM 1 incident. Obviously, he has, rendered an apology, but apology does not replace the law. Apology does not nullify the law. Apology does not incapacitate the law. His apologies has been accepted, but it is important that the law takes its full course, and that there is, a new government drive towards reorientating the entire Nigerian society. So this is my take on the KWAM 1 incident. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this kind of analysis, this kind of commentary, please subscribe to this channel, like this video, help share to ensure that others are able to partake of this. I will see you in my next video. Thank you.